ring out a few shots, able to find the odd kill, at least in the form of Krezi, as he'll try to ring out these initial shots. Spots out Tao towards main, able to finish the job. He'll look for Stomp as well. A nice little follow-up shoot, able to find Stacks and Shane, able to find Dennis in the response as well. We're going to the 3v3 now, and with backside control by Izako Boars, going to be in a perfect position, but Krezi able to find one. Krezi still being alive right now. It's going to be so difficult for Izako Boars, but Shui's able to follow up with Faven able to get around backside to try and hold this position. Just so brings out shots towards the stop sign. Mono able to get the next say in the matter. Spiddy left painfully alone, dinked on down, and finished off. This is his shot though, as Creasy backs on away. Instead of Stavens get their first kill. Shui falls. Follow-up push comes along as Tao is able to respond. From the corner, Faven makes it 2. Doubling up. However, Mono from the high ground finishes 1, finishes 2. Evens out the man count with Dennis to bring it ahead. Sprout on their foot. The planet goes down 1 versus 2. Nice no scope from Stomp there. He'll hit the shot of Slacks as well, and Slacks should not have missed that shot. He goes 2-1-2, or 1-1, my apologies. Stomp not quite able to come out on top. Both members missing shots, both members punished for it. Slacks, it's messy, but he comes out on top, providing Sprouts with their first round. Shifting on past. Flash will go down towards Pop Dog. Faven won't see it. He'll stay alive. He'll try to finish the job on Shui, and that's exactly what he does. Izako Boars have no choice now but to commit towards B without the threatenings of a flank. Then to shift on forward. Mono to take his head clean off. And Mono's been so strong with these entries for the time being. Spiddy now looking to hold in kind. Hear these players make their way out from ramp. Shane will look to try and cross. Able to do so. Spiddy in the smoke, finished off by Tower with a man advantage. 20 seconds left on the clock. Zach will find themselves in a relatively comfortable position, especially with Faven falling. As Flash goes on out, Mono towards Upper will finish the job on Slacks. Putting it all down to Cressy. The last man left standing in a 1 versus 4. Carrying towards Upper. He's ready for Mono. Can he win the aim duel? Yes, he can. What good will it do, though? He'll back away towards CT spawn. Izako Boars having found their 4th. Force Sprout into what will now be an abhorrent buy as they attempt to pull themselves back into this or mitigate any damage that they'll take, at least economically. Crazy. In his few shots towards Tower will mean he gets to save an AWP. Oh, no one really challenging him. There is a silver lining there for Sprout. A few shots ring out here or there. As Slacks, he's able to shut down, stomped, kick. He doesn't go for the timing. Instead, Izako Boars also shift out from Ivy. They look to descend onto this site. They make noise though. Dennis now strikes from behind. Fully flashed, he's forced on away. Will sandwich. What good will it do? He spots out yet another Spiddy. Able to finish the job onto Shane and Mono. His location known. He has to try and do as much damage as possible, but Faven negates that. You're all on Tao. Try and build some economy. Now scoped on in Tao. He'll miss another shot, and at this point, he isn't going to take it. So he throws it out of the map. He's finished off, and well, he's throwing it out the map was a white. So to hold as Mono shifts on forward. A flash goes out. Dennis spots out the player, but Mono, he'll be finished off by Cressy nonetheless. A beautiful spout of aggression from Sprout there. And this will kickstart the retake. It's actually successful as Shui finds Spiddy without a response. Instead, the volley will finish off Stomp. Shui's AK rings true though as Faven exchanges blows with Shane. Tao unable to get the timing as Dennis will finish the job, putting it all down to Shui. 1 versus 3. Dennis takes his head. Couple moving ahead, especially considering their economy still isn't perfect. See potential Ivy control get established. Flash goes out, swing goes wide. Mono ready for it though. Mono able to punish as Dennis is taken down. Rang out here or there. As Mono, he'll look to hold for a re-aggression towards Ivy, but Mono's ready for it. He knows Cressy's there as well. Unable to finish the job though. But a 2K is all he needs. Shane will do a bit of early damage wherever possible. Cressy able to trade, as with Cressy finding a second as well, that makes it perfect for Sprout. Forward, wary of Cressy's positioning. As Cressy shuts down the first, it's all on Shui. Last man left standing, good for 1. Shots ring out around him, he realizes how close he is to death as he'll go for the plant. Spiddy, he'll finish the job, he executes his opponent. And with that, Sprout execution towards B. Will it bear fruits? We'll have to see. Spinny on the off angle will do a lot of nade damage. But Tau and Stomp ring true. Again, it goes to 4-on-3. Players solo on HP nonetheless, though. Cressy ready for Tau. Spinny shut him down to find a second or so. As well. Ready for players towards A main. Spots out Shui, rings out a few shots. Unable to shut him down. Instead, it's Dennis to do the job, and Sprouts. They look shaky, but they keep an iron grip on this round. As Stomp left in the 1 versus 3 will make his way on out. He's finished off by Cressy. And Sprouts instead now. Dennis will drop the odd bit of utility, which will allow him to get away. His teammate of Faithful will extinguish the volley due for him. Again, great teamwork to get Dennis away. But on the other side of the map, Slacks has already fallen. Cressy having a crest forward from A main. He'll be spotted out by Stomp though. Perfect read by Izako. As Molly's continue going through, Spinny needs to be more than wary of the players who may potentially be pushing straight into him. He spots the first, able to shut down Mono, but through the smoke, Shane will trade. Tau for Dennis, leaving it all on Faven, 1 versus 4. I think it's safe to rule him out of this one. Shot down from behind. Shui will finish the job. Ito goes down, set piece goes out. Izako Boars to lead this charge. Spinny spots out the first. He's able to find the second with the assistance of Favor's auto sniper. Buffalo Shane will join the fray. Another great little kill. The auto sniper of Favor though boosted up. Molly's go down. Dennis able to shut down Shane. Stand now the last man left standing. Tries to ring out shots wherever possible, but the flanking auto sniper of Faven. What heads will he find today? Yuto goes down, Flash goes on out. Shane good for 1, he'll look for more. Tries to tap down more as Dennis finds Tau. Shane good for a second, looking for more. Faven to trade, all on Stomp now. Back sight, trying to get these picks, but Spinny shuts down the flanker. Izako Boars' retake certainly has no teeth in it. So even taps down Mono. It's all on Stomp. 1 versus 3. Won't even get past Faven. The man's towards B lower. Instead, Stomp will be the man to address. What a shot by Slacks to try and kick things off. It's trades either way, though. Stop now towards Opper. We'll try to shut down these members, but as Mono finds the first Stomp, his timing actually is fairly bad, as instead Dennis will exchange positions in the smoke with Shui. Shui realizing he's been lulled. For now, Spinny, the last man left standing in a 1 versus 4. To try and take this site, try and hold this site, it may not matter. Stomp will finish the job. Izako Boars, they catch up some of these members. It's a perfect few shots early. Only good for 1 Favor there to trade, though. As a teammate of Dennis will try and do shots wherever possible. Mono good for 1, Mono good for 2 towards Ivy. The flank gets ruined. And as Shane looks to mitigate any attack, Dennis will send him to an early grave. 3-on-2. It's doable, but only just doable. A few shots ring out from Stomp. His leg down Faven to just a measly 4 HP. Saven's finished by Mono, revealing the double up setup. 5 seconds left remaining. Senses to hold a spot the player above him. Tau shows his location. He'll try to win after time, and that's exactly what he does. There's a few shots ring out either way. Spinny able to shut down Shui. He'll look for more instead as the aggression comes through, but Dennis will punish, and now with the 2-man advantage. Spinny, as he finds Mono, really puts the same defense all down to Shane, who he's good for 1. He spots out another man as he drops, and 2 of these members of Sprout fall very low on HP. So what avail? Stop now, no scoping Faven. 1 versus 3. Stop. Granted, he gets to save the AWP. But we'll have to see what good that does. Actually, he's even able to find Spinny before he's taken... Well, before the round ends, so there's a silver lining as Sprout hit 13. And looking at Izako Boars' economy, they should be able to buy. Tau can drop, as can Stomp. Molly's go down. That forces Dennis away. 50 HP to his name. Full up push goes through Tau. Able to shut down the first. Slacks able to trade in kind. So that now. Shui spraying down 2 of his own. The retake from Izako Boars absolutely perfect at this point. Molly from Spinny will try to buy a bit of time, but the smoke's there. That will extinguish not only the well-intended Molly, but also the hopes of Sprouts. Spinny, his only hope really is to save at this point, as the defuse goes through. Spinny, he's good for 1. He can find the odd kill here or there. Shui will actually make his way up from Pop Dog. He'll finish the job on Faven, and with that initial spout of aggression, and will look to defend this. Shui finds Lax. Goes down to a 1, or now 2 versus 5. Dennis attempting to... Counter-terrorists win. 13 to... Flashes go out, Mono looks to hide, instead it's Dennis to shut down. Now Dennis will find out to kick things off, and with Top falling as well, Shui's got no choice but to try and aggress, and unfortunately, it's not enough. As of that, we see these players falter for the time being. Izako Boars, they have the million-dollar question. Do they save? Well, Shaney chooses to do so. Now as that bomb goes on off Sprout, they lead 14 to 12. They pull themselves ahead, and for Shane, he did a bit of damage here or there, but instead he's forced away by these Molotovs. The flashes will negate too ambitious a presence, but Faven doesn't spot Shane towards the top of blue there. He shuts them down. It's going to be a man advantage, equalized by Slacks, though, whose AWP will ring true onto Mono. Shui, one of the last members left standing towards the smoke front. He should just wait on now. He's able to shut down Dennis. Is there a response? Not yet. As the Spitty will eventually find Shui. Jay now got out towards the top of green as well. Spotted out, it's messy, but he comes out on top nonetheless. Nade of the main. Stomp, he'll miss his initial shot though. Slacks doesn't. Goes into a 2v2 now. Those flashes going out. Towel will eventually finish the job on Slacks. No scope from Crazy. On to Stomp though. Perfect shooting. Then Crazy will go get this bomb. Has to go through on Molly to do so, but he'll stomp it out. Turns attention back around as Bush comes through towards the back site. Plant goes out, and actually there's just a negligible amount of time. Suddenly this looks doable. Crazy's had a great game so far. Can he commit to the 1 versus 1? Shifting on around towards back site. He's got Towers to worry about on E-Box. Spots him out, finishes the job. For now, it's going to be Izako Boars making their way on forward again. Can't do damage over possible. The Crazy shuts down Shui. Stomp will respond. As Dennis gets the next set. As things go out, Mono eventually will be able to find Slacks. And now with it evened down to a 3 versus 3, Mono's actually going to be encroached on by Spiddy. He's going to shift his way on forward. He'll lose the Angel though as Mono comes out on top. Dennis goes to the plant though. Boosted Tout will try and make his way on forward. He makes sure he swings wide. Dennis able to finish off the job on him. As Faven is ready for Mono now. Mono comes out on top. Dennis now to 1 versus 2. Caught out by Mono and a beautiful 4K from... If they're unable to find a quick kill, or if they're unable to win this round, then they're going to have to go into last with no money whatsoever. Shui finds 1 snack. The aggression from Tower will shut down Faven. It's 4 on 3 now. As Yuto goes out towards Ivy. Mono holding firm. Spitty swings wide. A great shot as Mono's taken down. A lot of push it goes on through. A few shots ring out here or there. Stacks finds Shui. Trade, not quite there. As Tau will be finished by Crazy. Falls down to Shane, the last one left standing. And while Slacks in a 1 versus 2, what good will he do here? Finished off by Tau. Izako Boars. Flashes going out. Spitty ready for the re-aggression. Cressy ready for Mono. He'll shut him down. A man advantage now for Sprouts. Towards main, though, the bomb is taken down. Spitty aggressing with the bomb will be punished. Shane able to find Cressy. Putting Izako Boars in an advantageous position right now. Shui wants to hold this bomb. Trying to get for 1 at Faven there to trade. Flashes go down. The first one goes out. Second one, not quite getting Stomp off the angle. Instead, they looked across. Stomp, good for 1. This allows the bombs across. Numbers punched on in Faven. 1 versus 3. Can he do it? AK in hand. No, he can't. Stomp finishes the job, and with that, we're going to overtime. Izako Boars get that defuse. They tie things up 15 to 15, and overtime, here we come. It's out either way. I think too substantial, though. Back swing out the initial player. Shui the man to shut him down, though. And Izako Boars, they come out with an inherent man advantage. Towards Pop Dog will try to nullify the aggression, but no. Shui flashes land around them. Dennis will shut down Shui. Cressy shuts down Shane. Mono able to find one Tau on the flank. Good for another. And unfortunately, Tau's flank bears fruit. So now a bit more presence is shown towards Ivy. They've been able to shut down Stomped. Shots ring out here or there. Players looking to hold as Util goes fly. Mono able to shut down Faven, kick things off. Responses either way. There's 3-on-3 now from the Pop Dog. It's going to be Tau once again on another flank to shut down Spiddy. What's happened though? Shane will find Cressy. Puts it all down to Slacks once more. 1 versus 3. But it will not matter. Shui, Ilford. Now, shots ring out here or there, but instead Sprout, they go for the early control towards Ivy. This time it works. Mono falls, but at least Stomp is able to survive, granted only on 2 HP. Spiddy also damaged, but Sprout with a man advantage, potentially 2-man advantage. He'll only take a straight 8 to finish Stomp. Shane makes his way up from Pop Dog. Dennis able to catch him out. Beautiful shot from Dennis there to respond. As with that, we see Stomp once again able to shut down Slacks. Cressy to trade. And with that, it goes 4 versus 2. I'm a bit shy though. None of that matters as Faven shuts down Tau. It's all on Stomp. Last man left standing. 1 versus 4. Stomp, just get through the smoke. Be able to do so just about. It's a nice shot onto Cressy to kick things off, but he's on the wrong bomb site with no HP with an AWP. Will it work? Is it enough? We'll have to see. Dennis on the off angle ready for him though. Faven ready to respond yet as well. See how they fare. Dennis will finish the job. Just like flashes accompany it. And, well, the mollies are just the icing on the cake. Cressy ready for the push to come his way. Tau there to annihilate him as Faven makes his way up into heaven. The other sniper rings true. Good for one, dropping down and again. Dennis will find yet another as Mono finishes the job on him. Faven, as he backs away, also in hand. It falls down to a retake. Shui will attempt to consider a push, but Stomp's good for 1. Faven's also now. What good can it do? Well, it's good for Shui. Follow-up push, not quite there, as Mono trades onto Slacks, putting Faven into a 1 versus 2. What's interesting as well is the ult for the P. Now as Util goes out, Faven able to shut down 1. Slacks able to do the same onto Shane. Now Slacks is able to shut down Stomp to kick things off. As Mono spotted out, will lose his head to Dennis there. Forward. He's spotted out by Slacks, so with that, Sprout slowly shift on forward. He'll slowly peek what he can. The close angle though, Cressy will take his head. Flashed off completely. The flash is absolutely perfect, as he'll now look to re-aggress. Teammate's flash goes out. Tau will fall. Cressy, phenomenal stuff right now. Blows exchange either way. It's all down to Mono. 1 versus 4. No HP left, and with that, we're going to be going to... Util goes to fly, the push comes down towards this B site, or to the A site even. Shui on the ladder, caught out by Faven. There's the flank, stop response. Dennis to get the next say in the matter. Dennis on the close angle will try his best to hold right now with Tau going to the side of this. Red to train, but Faven, he's good for one of his own. Mono there to trade. While the push goes on through. Faven trying to hold as best he can with 10 seconds left. The Mollies are going to force him out. Stomp to shut him down. 5 seconds left. There's just not enough time. Mono has to plant. He's caught out by Spiddy just like that. It's the round. Stomp, last man left standing. He'll save the AWP, great, but Favor once again open things up. An initial kill onto Mono. Push has come out from Shane. He's been able to get sandwich control, and he'll respond with a kill onto Creasy. Stomp scopes in. We'll be able to shut down Slax as well. Suddenly things look a bit more Izako Boars favoured. Nishui makes his way out from the upper. He'll see that this entire site is clear for the time being. Instead, coming out of main, it's going to be such a messy spray down by Favoured. As Shane responds onto 2 more. It's all on Dennis, 1 versus 4. And these teams, there's nothing that distinguishes the two of them. Both of them neck and neck right now. As the bomb goes down on B, that should... Both spot each other, both players panic, and then the no-scope duel. Dennis comes out on top. But what good does it mean? Well, we move to the final round of this first half, and as Dennis attempts to back on away, sure you'll finish up. Not quite sure what he would... His presence has shown. Cressy doesn't quite ring out a few shots either, as eventually he will. Eventually he'll find Tao. But Shui comes up from Ivy. That's a massive miscommunication by Sprout right now. Dennis, Deagle in hand, will attempt to hold, but Slax finds the first. Dennis responds. Goes 2 on 4 now as Mono and Stomp attempt to hold. 2 on 3. First one allows Mono to get out from Ivy, but Faven shifts into him. Faven comes out on top. It's all down to Stomp. As the plant goes down, Spitty already with high ground advantage. He'll be spotted out. He stinks down, but his stink isn't for much actually. As Stomp suddenly looks like he still bears equity in this round. So shift on down towards White Grey. Timing's there. He's good for another. 1 versus 1 now with Faven. Will he win the aim duel? Yes, he will. Izako Boars. That's right. To really try and take down these members. Thing goes wide. They're through the smoke. Shane, good for 1. Faven there to trade. As Faven will shut down Shui. It goes 4 on 3. Follow-up push goes through. Stomp center site. Forced to back away. Now we'll find Faven from connector. Mono from tunnel 2 onto Dennis. And suddenly this round is slipping from Sprout. It falls down to Slax. The last man left standing in a 1 versus 3. He misses his initial shot. Will turn back around. Stomp finishes the job as Izako Boars at match point. Jizo goes flying. It's going to be Shane to shut down Spitty to kick things off. Without Sprout, things potentially go from bad to a much, much worse. Mono onto Cressy. Gives it all onto Shane to try and finish the job here. Flash goes out. Shane shutting down Dennis. 2 players left standing. Faven, he's good for 1. Faven good for 2. Suddenly showing that Izako Boars might not be able to clean it out so quickly. But nonetheless, that bomb needs to be retrieved and that site needs to be held. Aggression comes through. It's going to be a quick kill as Stomp shuts down. Same now. We'll go for the initial plant. Numbers punched on in. Clutch on hand. He's ready for the first bike and player and fast. They needs to go out. He'll eat the first. The molly forces him out of position. Stomp finishes the job. And Izako Boars will take map 1, 22-19. Beautiful, beautiful stuff by them there.